Hey everybody, my name is Seisha and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my July TBR. TBRs are like my favorite videos to film. I love them so much. Also, if my shelves look empty, it's because I just filmed a haul, so all of the books are like over there and I just didn't feel like putting them back before filming this. But as I said, today I'm doing my July TBR. I'm super excited. I'm participating in 2 readathons as of now. Hopefully I won't find another one that I really want to do.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
But the first one is Summerween, which is taking place from the 2nd to the 8th of July. And then, of course, I'm going to be participating in the Tarot Readathon because I'm a co-host for it. And it's going to be taking place from the 10th to the 24th. And I'm actually not going to be talking about my TBR for the Tarot Readathon in this video because I plan on pulling cards as I go or pulling right before the readathon because I don't know how much I'm going to be reading before the readathon and I don't want to set my TBR and then not be able to read those books because you can't change it. Because of my team on the Cups team, our reverse is that once our TBR or book is set for a challenge, you can't change it. And so I don't know what I'm going to read. I could literally read a ton or not at all before the readathon, and I have a lot of really anticipated books and I don't want to put them on there prematurely but then have time to read them, or put books that I'm not as interested in on my TBR and then I have not read my most anticipated books and then we wanting to read those. So I'm going to pull like right before and hopefully I'll be vlogging.
Delusion. Convince yourself.
I'm terrible at vlogging, but since I am pulling cards as I go, I feel like I should vlog. So I'm going to try my very best. As usual, I'm going to go over my book club / read along, buddy read books first. I only have book club books I think this month, but the first one is Black Lace by Beverly Jenkins, which is for the Swoon sisters. This is actually our June book, but I don't know if I'm going to get to it by the end of the month, and our live show is until the 5th, which is during Summerween, but hopefully I'll be able to get to it in the very beginning of the month or something like that. I normally read it a couple days before the live show, which is normally in the next month, so I'm just going to talk about it in here. We chose this for the trope romantic suspense, and I think this has to do with like an environmental agency and like a killing, or like someone's being chased, gonna be killed.
You just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop-ah, drop down, snap, ah, and then after that you just drop in, just ride the barrel and get pitted, so pitted.
So it sounds super interesting. And then our actual July book is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I've been really anticipating Sophie Lark's books. This one is chosen for Mafia. This is a Mafia romance, but I've heard her books are like funnier. So I'm really excited to read this one because I've heard super good things about her books. And then for Stacks of Strange, we're going to be reading the book Creatures of Passage. I think I actually might pass on this month. I'm not super interested in the book, so I think I might just not read the book. We're not like super like tied down. If a host doesn't want to read the book, that's fine. I'm super interested in our August and September book, but not so much this one, so I may read it, I may pass on it. It just depends. So another book club that I'm going to be participating in is my friend Nicole from Who Picked This Book. She has a book club on her channel where they do a live show about every 2 weeks with one of her good friends, Jen. Jen doesn't have a channel, but she's one of the hosts for the book club, and I'm going to be a guest for their live shows, hopefully, if I don't have to work. It's at a time where it's after work, but I would have to rush home, so hopefully I don't have to work. So there's a cozy mystery series that they rave about because their queen, Julian Lindsay, has written a lot of cozy mysteries. She's like the queen of the book club. Everybody loves her. I love her. But she has a cozy mystery series that takes place at the seaside, so I've been waiting for this summer to read it, and they're doing like a read along for it, kind of, where like each book for the next foreseeable future is in that series. It's called the Seaside Cafe series. The first one's Live and Let Chide. This live show I think is going to be like the 7th, I think, for this. And then the second book is No Good Tea Goes Unpunished. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be reading this one too because it would be the 21st, I think. Is the live show for this one. So hopefully I'll be able to get to both of these during the month and be in the live shows. And then for the buzzwordathon, which you guys all probably know, which is a challenge set by Kayla from Books and Lala. She used to do like a readathon, but she just decided to do different words or types of words every single month, and then people can choose to do it or not, make a readathon out of it, or read one book. I'm trying to read one book at least 8 of the 12 months. So this month The Word is Last. So I'm going to be reading The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Super excited to get to this one because I love Riley Sager's other books. Speaking of Riley Sager, I also would really like to get To Survive the Night by Riley Sager this month. This one sounds right up my alley and I'm so anticipating it. Okay, so now that I got all of that out the way, I'm going to go into my summerween TBR. So for summerween, as I said, it's taking place from the 2nd to the 8th, and there are 4 reading challenges and 1 other challenge. The first challenge that's not a reading challenge is bake or make a drink with your spooky read. I'll definitely do it, and if I vlog, I'll vlog that. The second challenge is read a book in the dark, and for that I'm going to go with My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. I have an arc of this, so I could definitely read it in the dark since it's going to be on my Kindle. This past month I did read my first Stephen Graham Jones, and that was Night of the Mannequins, and I did enjoy it, so I'm excited to see him and what he can do in a full-length novel. I really don't know too much about it, but I'm still super excited. The third challenge is to read a paranormal book, and for that I'm going to go with My Best Friend's Exorcism. I never see anybody with this cover. I don't remember where or when or how I got this, but I like it because it's like a yearbook on the inside. I'm trying to read a lot of Grady Hendrix's backlist this year, so I'm super excited to get to this. I heard it's perfect for the summer. It has to do with an exorcism, which I consider paranormal, so I'm excited for this. The next challenge is to read a horror book, and for that I'm going to go with The Patient by Jasper DeWitt. Heard this is super terrifying and it's short, so I'm really excited to get to it. And the last challenge is to read a book with black or orange on the cover, and for that I'm going to go with The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I am super anticipating this, and it definitely has black on the cover and gold, which is like close to orange, but I'm really excited for this. But I also would really like to read The Silent Patient by him, so maybe I'll be able to read both during that week. We'll see. I kind of want to read this one before I read this one, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but I'm definitely excited to read at least one of these during that week.
My summerween TBR has actually changed a lot since filming this because I'm an indecisive clown. I will be posting my updated TBR on my Instagram.
I do have a couple of the books I want to get to, so either towards the end of the month or I will try and fit them into my Tarot Readathon TBR. But the first one is Fable by Adrienne Young. I know it has this ugly sticker, and I'm trying to do a challenge for myself where I read at least 1 book a month from this side of my bookcase, because I have so many unread fantasy books, which is what this side mostly is. It's like fantasy, paranormal, and sci-fi, and I have so many unread ones, but I just am not super drawn to them. I don't really go to them. I go to like Kindle Unlimited if I'm not sure what to read. So I'm trying to choose at least 1 a month to put on my TBR. And the reason I chose this one is because a lot of people I know, this was their favorite book from last year. I know Bree from In Love and Words said I think this was her favorite book, which is surprising because it's not a romance, but this one has to do with like the ocean, and it says, welcome to a world made dangerous by the sea and by those who wish to profit from it, where a young girl must find her place and her family while trying to survive the world built for men. So it's going to be super feminist, and it takes place by the sea, and I think it might have like mermaids or something in it, and I'm super excited to get to this one. That's why I put it on this TBR. So those are all the books that I have to talk about. I have a lot more that I would like to get to, and I'm really in like a new adult mood right now, so I expect to have a lot of those for the Tarot Readathon if they could fit on my TBR. I'm just really like, Kindle Limited's calling my name, okay? So I hope to have a lot of romances on there. I would also maybe like to get to like a Karen Slaughter this month or something like that. We'll just see how the cards fall. That's a pun because Tarot Readathons this month.
Child. Anyway, so
let me know if you read any of these books or what you will be reading if you're participating in Summerween, or if you're participating in the Tarot Readathon, let me know. And if you have a TBR video, you can link it down below and I would love to watch it. But that's all that I have for this video today, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye everybody.
Trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby,